What is the first step in business planning? If you're stuck on where to get started on planning your business, this video is for you. First, we're going to examine if you have a business or a hobby. Then you're going to gain a crucial step that's going to save you a lot of time, money, and frustration. And then lastly, you're going to discover the 3 things you'll want to develop before creating a business plan or asking for funding. You ready to get started? Let's go. So first, let's talk about your concept. Do you have a business concept? Sometimes what happens is I run into people who are excited about starting a business because they went to sleep and they had a great idea and they're like, I'm going to own a business. Now, I'm not saying that we can't get inspiration from amazing places. We can, but we have to make sure that that concept is something that is viable and that there's an audience for. So step 1, create your concept. And not just what the business does overall, but maybe look at some potential business models. Do you want this to be a subscription-based business where people pay you monthly for this product or service? Is this something where you're doing drop shipping and someone else is actually shipping on your behalf? For instance, I know authors that pre-sell their books and they don't want to be the one shipping them from their home or taking them, once a week to the mailbox. So they have someone else who ships on their behalf. Start thinking about how you'd want your business to run. Come up with a concept and then figure out kind of how you want it to look. The next step is to test to see if there really is a market for what it is that you're selling. Now, this could involve research. This could involve online testing. Sometimes people do things called split testing where they run ads on social media or on Google, even though they don't actually have the products for sale yet, to see how many people click through and go towards the buy screen. So there's many different ways that you can test to see if your business concept is practical. However, can I be honest with you and share what I see a lot of people do that never works out well? When it comes to figuring out if you have a viable business concept, your family and friends are not the people to ask. Here's the reason why. Unless they're already doing business in that space, or if they're part of an organization that would be your target market, their opinions don't matter. They don't know what they're doing. Even if they already own their own businesses, they can be great at business, but that does not mean that they understand your particular industry or what you're trying to offer. And so what can happen is one of 2 extremes. You might have people around you that are so super supportive. They're like, absolutely. Everybody knows that people really want to buy mouse-shaped Tootsie Roll Pops. Go make them. Even a dumb idea, they're going to encourage you. Or on the other end, you have people that have opinions and love to express their opinions, and they might find the holes in your ideas that aren't actual holes. They might tell you, oh, there's no need for this, or I would never buy this, or this is silly, or whatever, but they're not your target market anyways. And then the other thing that family and friends can do, especially those that are not actually in business, is they can start introducing new ideas. Well, what if you do it this way instead? Or what if you do that? Now, mind you, they have no idea what they're doing, but they're giving you advice. And so many people then take that bad advice. Do not ask family and friends. Their opinions don't matter here. That's not being mean. That's being a good business owner. And so this is one of the first lessons we have to learn if we're going to run a successful business. Before we get into the next steps that are all part of this one first step, do me a favor. If you haven't already shared this channel with someone else that's looking to start a business or owns a business, and you know this information would help them, be of help. Share it with them. Go ahead and do it now. Click that share button. So now it's time to create a business vision. Yes, you're going to do this before you do anything else. You've already seen that there's a little bit of a market, but now you have a vision. A business vision is a clear and aspirational statement that lets you know where the business is going. Characteristics of a compelling vision include it's future-oriented. It's letting you know where the business is being directed. It's aspirational. So yes, it gives you inspiration on where you're trying to go, and it talks about some of the best ways your business can accomplish their goals. It's clear and concise. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's inspiring, meaning that it will not just motivate you, but your team members as well. Especially during tough times, they hang on to the vision because they see where you're trying to go and what you care about. And the vision statement aligns with your organization's core values. So that's the first step to develop a compelling vision statement. Now, I mentioned values, but now it's time for you to really define your values as well. Here you can gather input from all your stakeholders, whether that's investors, leadership, team members, customers, and see what types of things they care about. Think about the company's history, culture, and community when you start to design your values. As you design these values, they need to be actionable as well. So maybe you're dedicated to empowering young girls, or maybe part of your values is that you model sustainability. Whatever those values are, it also helps you understand where your business's boundaries are. It lets you know what you will not cross, because you always want to ensure that you're holding true to your values. And then once you have your values and your vision, now you're going to craft your mission statement. Your mission statement tells everyone what it is that your business hopes to accomplish, why it exists, and who it helps. And so it's kind of this more concise statement that embodies the first two things we talked about, but actually brings it all home and makes it extremely concise and easy for anyone to understand. Once you have these items in place, then it's time for you to create a business plan. Then from there, you can get funding and you can start doing some of these other activities. But you definitely want to start off creating your vision, your values, and your mission statement before anything else. Speaking on planning for the future, you're going to notice in the description of this video, there's a link to download a Future Ready workbook. This is a workbook that I designed just for you to help you when it comes to pathing, whether it's for your business, your personal life, or your professional life. You're going to see that it's chock full of activities and worksheets that will lead you through future-proofing yourself, your business, and your professional career. If you haven't already downloaded it, take a moment and do it right now.